Welcome, welcome. I see your beautiful, beautiful energies. And as you can see, I'm definitely in sunny England. The sun is out for a change, and it's extremely, extremely cold. So I'm going to keep this on unless we can do some sort of warm up together and raise the energies through the roof through this event. But otherwise, I'm going to keep this on. Coats and flip flops. That's how we roll here. You don't know? It's the new fashion. Oh, don't show my flip-flops. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for everybody tuned in. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. First of all, I have one screen open, two screen open, three screen open, four screen open, hundreds people. So let me know on whichever call you are on. Let me know where you guys have tuned in from, please. Let me know. What city, what country? We got Malaysia, we got New York, we got Bahamas. Wow, sounds nice. Sounds warmer than here. We got Germany, Slovenia, we got Miami, we got Germany, we got Rotterdam, we got Iceland, we got Iraq, we got Austria, Germany, Italy. Wow, we got a lot of places. Canada, Russia, not. What do you mean? Okay, Philippines, France, Qatar, Taiwan, Switzerland. I don't know what that thing is. Okay. Next to Hong Kong, South Africa, Tanzania, Taiwan again, Nigeria, Israel, India, Singapore, Netherlands, Kenya, Brunei, Bali, Bhutan, India, Cyprus, Lithuania, no labas, Pittsburgh, Malaysia, Lima. Where is Lima? Dubai, Jamaica, India. I think we're done. We're done everywhere. China. There we go. China, Egypt, Peru, South Africa. We got people from all around tuned in right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lima is Peru. There. Now I'm learning. Welcome, 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 welcome everybody. Now, welcome to today's event. Today's event is called Virtual Money. What are we speaking about? I would like everybody to please to get your notepads out, and we're going to start straight away. We're going to start straight away, hopefully with this very cute, this cute little heater here. Hopefully I can take this jacket off sometime. It's a very big room for a very small heater. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, what are we going to be covering? Everybody, please get your notepads out. Please get your pens out. I promise you, if you pay close attention over the next 2 to 3 hours, that's how long it's going to be. It's going to be 2 to 3 hours. A lot of the time we start these calls, people say, how long is it going to be? It's almost like you just entered and you want to leave already. Okay, how long is it going to be? It's going to be around 2 to 3 hours. My question really is about this. If I could potentially share with you a very, very beautiful and powerful strategy, technique, project, opportunity that could potentially change your life around so that you can create that lifestyle freedom to be able to do what you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, to contribute to the greater good or whatever it is for you. How many of you think that the 2 to 3 hours would be valuable if I could deliver that in the next 2 to 3 hours? Raise your hand nice and high if you believe that will be valuable. Wonderful, wonderful. A lot of hands up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So all I ask, and this is all I ask from you, I'm going to be here. I'm going to show up and play my part. I came here. I'm not going to finish early. I'm going to go all the way to the end, no matter how cold it is, no matter how warm it gets. I'm still going to go all the way to the end. My mentor said to me many years ago that winners run through the finish line. He said, in life, you have two types of people. You have dabblers and you have winners. Dabblers, you know what a dabbler is? Anyone know what a dabbler is? It's kind of like a everywhere, but they never really do anything with anything. They're just a bit here, a bit here, a bit here, a bit here. They come here For a few minutes, okay, I'm done. Next. Okay, I'm done. Next. And why am I so familiar with that? Because I used to be a dabbler. Can anybody be honest enough to admit that you've been a dabbler from time to time in things? Try this, try that, but never full-heartedly go into it. What is the result of a dabbler? Huge, astonishing results? No. What is the result of a dabbler? No results. Right? And how do you get results in life? Very simple. Follow through. Follow through. Okay? I want you to first mark down a couple of things. And these are the same dates that I gave yesterday, for those of you who were on yesterday's call. How many of you were on yesterday's call, by the way? If you were on yesterday's call, type 1 inside the chat. Give me a 1 inside the chat. You guys are absolutely amazing. You were here yesterday for a few hours. You're here today for another few hours. You guys are absolutely amazing. This is your commitment. Right? How many of you are first time here today, was not here yesterday? Give me a 2 inside the box if you're first time here today, was not here yesterday. Right, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh my God, divine alignment. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, now all the 2s, I want you to ask one question to yourself right now. Why are the 1s still here? Think about that. Why did the 1s dedicate a few hours yesterday here and I've come back for more, another few hours today? How many of you think there may be a reason? Raise your hand nice and high if you think there may be a reason. Okay? So if that's the thing, and there's thousands of people when I came on here yesterday, here today, we got 730 people here. We had about 900 people on one call only yesterday. Why are they coming back? And this is what I'm going to be sharing with you here today. Please, everyone write this down. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 things that I'm going to be breaking down in today's event. Okay? So please write this down. The first thing, and take some notes on this. The first thing what we're going to be discovering is what is virtual money. If I talk about virtual money in the context of how I usually speak about things, would be talking about the physical and the metaphysical. And the metaphysical is the virtual. The virtual world is what we are going more and more into. For example, can you guys remember once upon a time, we would only get this opportunity if we were in person. If you guys got a visa, got a flight, and flew into this event, that's the only way we can connect this way. But now, so many things happen virtually. True or true? How many of you have seen that even since 2020, the Great Awakening, things have evolved faster paced than ever before, right? It's evolved. We've evolved. The way we do things, the way we connect, the way we use technology. Some people say, I don't like technology, but you're using it right now, my dear. You understand what I'm saying? You're using it because you're leveraging it. It's allowed us to actually connect. Once upon a time, you say technology disconnects us. It's quite ironic because after 2020, we say technology is the only thing that kept us connected. True or true? How many of you know what I'm talking about? Right? So in that sense, what is virtual money? It's saying in the virtual world, how can we learn how to leverage off the virtual abundance and then bring that abundance into physical abundance? We don't want to keep it in virtual abundance because you'll never be able to use it, look after your loved ones, right? Live in the physical abundance. There's no point in keeping it in virtual, but how do you make it in virtual, right? While now the time is the most beautiful time, the biggest opportunities is in virtual money. Do you guys know why? And I know some of you will be thinking, oh, is he going to be talking about cryptocurrency or what's he? I'm not talking about cryptocurrency. I'm talking about the future, how everything's going to evolve. But right now is the time. If you want to get explosive gains, leverage off these big opportunities right now. Why is now the time? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me inside the chat why now is the time? Why not next year? Why not 5 years later? Why? Why is now the time? Anybody can tell me? I see my spiritual crowd are here. Open portal. New cycle. Quantum leap. I see my spiritual crowd out here. Welcome, welcome, fellow tree huggers. Welcome. I see you guys are giving me all the woo-woo stuff here, huh? Okay. Because now we are early. Watch what Sneha just typed there. Because now we are early. Right? How many of you ever heard of that saying that says, early bird catches the worm? Has anybody ever heard that saying before? Well, right now is the most prime time for that. Why? Because we've just come out of this whole lockdown thing. With the whole awakening, things are becoming more and more online, more and more virtual. There's a huge virtual opportunity that's happening right now for you to leverage off right now to actually change, gain abundance in virtual world, and then bring it back into physical world. So this is what we're going to be talking about. The second thing we're going to be covering is how does it all work? Yesterday, we didn't have quite the time to cover how does it actually work. So today, I'm going to be breaking down step by step how it actually works and how you all can make it work too. To be able to not just create financial abundance, because at the end of the day, who cares just about the money? But how to create financial abundance, but also time abundance. To free up your time. How many of you understand what I'm saying when I say time is your greatest asset? Raise your hand nice and high. Right? Every minute, every day, every month that passes by, you cannot get back. It's our greatest asset. It's most valuable to us. But I don't know if you guys realize this. Most average people's time is dedicated to doing what? Can anybody tell me? Working. Is that not true? 9 till 5, 5 days a week. Just so that they can hopefully, fingers crossed, enjoy the... how many of you know some people who enjoy the weekend? They look forward to the weekend, right? How many of you used to be that person? You enjoy the weekend, right? But do you not think that's quite a sad story? That we get 7 days a week to live, and the 5 days, we know that we're not going to enjoy it. We're just hoping and praying that we can enjoy the weekend. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? So the question is, how can we make every single day a weekend to be free while not needing to worry about the finances and then being able to live in abundance so that we can do more things in life, contribute more, do more, enjoy more, explore more? How many of you like the sound of that already? Just give me a hand raise if you like the sound of that already. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Okay? Now, so I'm going to share with you step by step how to make that work. Right? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you the success secrets behind. Because when I break it down for you guys, you guess what's going to happen? When I tell you what virtual money is, you guys are going to be like, oh, it's that thing. It's that thing. But what I'm speaking about is not that thing. Because what I want to break it down for you is the success secrets in terms of how to not just be part of that thing, but how can you make success for you personally, and then for us collectively, everybody on this call today. I'm going to share with you a very powerful strategy how to maximize the results. I'm going to share with you a unique launch opportunity. How many of you know about our launch already? How many of you know about our launch already? The launch, I can only explain like this, okay? I'm gonna draw it out. No, actually, I won't draw it out. You'll never guess what it is, okay? So I'll act it out, okay? So this is what the launch looks like. What is it? Jumping man. Jumping man. The launch is like a rocket ship. I'm super excited for the launch. And everybody mark this date down. The launch is happening on which dates, please, community members? Launch is happening on the 28th of March. We here at I Am Creator are super, super excited, and we have hundreds and hundreds, maybe 1,000 plus community members here today who are extremely, extremely excited, who are part of this already. Now, from now is divine number 8 today. Do you guys know that? Infinite 8. Moving on to 28. There's 20 days in total. I'm telling you, listen to my words. If you follow what we break down for you day by day over the next 20 days, it can potentially change your life around. This 2022 will be a whole new life for you. I'm going to give you all the steps to join this movement and make 2022 your year, your best year. Now, some of you will probably be thinking, I'm making some bold statements here. It's like, how do I know that, it'll definitely work for you? Okay. Actually, the reality is, and I want to be totally open and honest, is it okay if I do that? I don't know if it will work for you. But all I do know is this. I do know that we tested a couple of projects exactly the same as this, but smaller, in the last 2 months, 8 weeks, in the last 8 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks. And I do know we created some results. How many of you have been with us for the 7 to 8 weeks? Type 7 or 8 inside the chat. Let all the newcomers know. Okay, you see all the 7s and 8s now in all the chats. Now you know. There's so many people, right? Over 1,000 people have been with us over the last 7 to 8 weeks. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's cool. They've been with you, but what they've been doing? Well, they've been showing up and they've just been pretty much following the plan. Now you're thinking, what plan? That's what I'm going to break down for you guys. You say, so what's the result of following the plan? Why on earth are these people, thousands of people, saying they're following the plan? Well, let me ask this question. I asked this question yesterday. I want you guys to recap, bring it back again today for our newcomers. Can you guys type inside the box, please? Don't talk about financial gain. Don't talk about financial gain. It's in there already. $21,000. Okay, don't talk about that. Let's not talk about money right now. Let's talk about everything else. What did you gain in the last 7 to 8 weeks? Please. All the people who've been here for the 7 to 8 weeks, a new community, knowledge, family, community, love, knowledge, community, friends, hope, freedom, guidance, peace, abundance, utility, whatever that means. Everything. He gained everything, okay? Abundance, assets, knowledge, time, freed up your time, mindset shift, right? Change in the conscious and subconscious programming, mentorship, blessings, manifestations, peace of mind, abundance, spiritual healing, spirituality. All of these things, these people have just said they gained in the past 7 to 8 weeks. Right? But I want you guys to know something here, because I noticed there's something that's not in that whole thing. Soul family. But I realized there's something that's not inside there. I haven't seen one of the messages that said, manifest my ex back. So, if you are one of those, because you're following my work on YouTube, and because you always search how to manifest my ex back, and that's how you find me, and that's how you came onto this show, and you thought today we're going to learn how to manifest my ex back, then maybe this isn't the event for you. However, okay? Maybe this freedom will give you time to manifest your ex back if you still want them at the end, okay? Because we're going to set you free. Let's set you free. A lot of people saying no, don't want X back. Just show me the money. So I want to ask this question. Okay, that's all cool, but that's all kind of a bit fluffy. People are like, okay, you gained your mindset, gained spirituality, gained all those things. Now we got 8 people on this call. But now you're probably thinking, okay, but what about those of you who do care anything about financially? Please, community members who have been there for 7 to 8 weeks, please type inside the chat. What type of financial gains have you guys been able to see? Type inside the chat. $20,000, Idol. $4,800, Liana. Evie, $21,000, $9,000, $13,000, $7,000, $2,000, $1,000, 20,000, 8,000, 25,000, 10,000, 90,000, 11,000, 10,000, 6,000 in 3 days, Caroline said. $6,000, 5,000, 111,000 in assets. $500, that's a good start, right? $200, some small ones as well, okay? Now, how many of you think some of those numbers were kind of a little bit like, whoa, in the last 7 weeks? How did you do 20,000, 30,000? How many of you have a question mark right now? Type a question mark inside the chat. If those of you who have a question mark, type a question mark inside the chat. How on earth? Pooja said, really? Pooja, I won't believe them. If I was you, I wouldn't believe them. There's only a few hundred of them. Why you believe them? They're probably all lying. Probably all lying. Why would you believe a few hundred people? You understand? You see? Rain Lee said, how much to invest? About $5 million. Invest about $5 million, and then you'll be able to make the 30 bucks, okay? If that sounds like a sweet deal to you. I'm going to get into that. So keep your panties on. We're going to get there, okay? One step at a time, please. Right? How many of you are intrigued to know how to become a part of this? Because we are just about to have another rocket ship that's happening on the 28th. How many of you want to? It's almost like being able to turn back time and say, Master, why did you not tell me 7 to 8 weeks ago you were launching this stuff? I would have loved to get what they got there. How many of you want the second chance? Because the second chance is coming now, and this is what I'm going to be explaining to everybody on this call. Give me a me inside the chat. That is wonderful. That is beautiful. That is wonderful. Okay. Then let's get down to business. I've always wanted to do this. I think the camera is supposed to be slow motion, not me, but I'm in slow motion now. Wait there, projector, sorry. Sorry, team. I'll pick it up myself. Okay. That was very rude of me. Sorry. Mum always said, "Don't put your clothes on the floor." Sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me put it nicely here. Okay. But at least I had my moment. At least I got my moment out of it. Take it off, Liana. What show do you think you've arrived to? Are you sure you're ready for this? Huh? Are you sure? Don't use that. Nah. Maybe on the 28th, okay? After the rocket ship. That's how we celebrate, huh? Okay. Ingrid is here again. Now we know. Now we're going to the dark side. You see, Ingrid is here now. Okay. So, okay. First of all, number one, virtual money. What am I referring to? I'm going to get straight to the point. Okay. Virtual money, I'm referring to this thing here. It's a huge opportunity, and it's been blowing up recently. It is called NFT. Okay. Now, some of you may have heard of NFT before. I know I heard of NFT for around 9 months, and I didn't do anything about it. I heard it. People were talking about it. This person was talking about it. That person was talking about it. I was saying, oh, not that thing, NFT thing, that stupid art thing. People are buying for millions of dollars. Why on earth would they do that? That's what I had those thoughts. Can anybody relate to me when I said that? Where people are, oh, crypto, and all I hear is crypto. I'm like, that's got nothing to do with me. I'm the law of attraction guy. You get what I'm saying? Why you keep talking about crypto? Bitcoin, and going up, and money. I'm like, dude, you guys are so materialistic, and so come on, NFT. I'm just, I didn't want anything to do with it. How many of you can relate to that? Right, when you first heard about it, everybody was jumping on this bandwagon. And I'm thinking this like, it'll probably just die down, and people will realize that it's nothing and things like that. You know, maybe it's just a small phase. And then what happened was NFT came and it found me. It found me. It kept calling out to me every day, and I was trying to ignore the signs. I was a bit like some people on this call. They come onto this call. How many of you believe that everything happens on purpose? Everything happens for a reason? How many of you believe that you are here for a reason? Right? Sometimes we do that. How many of you can be honest enough to say sometimes we do this? We will rock up, we'll see a sign, boom, click, bam, here, I'm here. Then we'll hear some words, we're like, nah, that's not for me. How many of you know what I'm talking about, right? But that's strange, no? Because it showed up for you. But something will take you out of the game. And that's why I'd like everybody for one moment, because I wish, listen, Linda, I wish. It was so funny yesterday. Yesterday, Aditi was here. You guys know Aditi, yeah? Yesterday, Aditi was here, and she was asking our team members. She said, I think she asked Polly. She asked Polly, she said, by the way, so which one is Linda? So which one is Linda? She said, I keep looking for Linda, but I can't find Linda. Anyway, Linda, listen, okay? Listen, Linda. So, I remember I was like that, but what is very important for everybody today is very simple. Can everybody do this? Place your hands, your palms on your head, and repeat after me. My mind, again, my mind is open. Okay? Now I'd like you to turn to the person next to you, say, keep your mind open. Turn to the person to the other side of the Zoom and say, keep your mind open. Okay? I'd like everybody to keep your mind open. Listen, Linda, you came here for a reason. You've seen the sign for a reason. So why would you allow your mind, your limited mind, to take you out of the game just because there's something you're not familiar with or something you think you know what it is, but you don't really know what it is? Can I give you guys a new perspective of what it is instead of you guys taking a guess at it? Is that okay? Okay, very good. So that's what we're going to begin with, right? We're talking about why NFTs, okay? Because on the outset, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Let me just open up something, okay? So for you to be able to leverage this opportunity, you're going to need to keep your mind open, and you're going to need to understand what it actually is. It's not what you think, okay? So let me type in this thing here. Some of you may have heard of CryptoPunks. Has anybody here never heard of CryptoPunks before? Give me a 1 inside the chat if you've never heard of CryptoPunks. 1 inside the chat. Never. Okay. Never. Okay, wow, so many ones. You tree huggers. Okay, so let me tell you what to do. Everybody raise your hand nice and high. Okay, point to yourself and say, stop being a Flintstone. Okay, stop being a Flintstone. Everybody should stop being a Flintstone. We're now in 2022, my dear. You cannot still just meditate in caves all your life. Okay, now it's time to come out the cave and see what's happening in the real world here. This is the real world. The virtual world is becoming the real world. Okay, why am I saying that? It's very simple. Well, let's have a look. This is what a CryptoPunk looks like. Okay, these are all CryptoPunks. Now you're thinking, what on earth is this? Well, it's the beginning of digital art. It's the beginning of digital art. Okay? CryptoPunk owner explains why IP dispute led to 10 million Ethereum NFT sale. $10 million. How many of you would buy this picture for $10 million? Those you're shaking your head. You're thinking you won't buy it is because you don't get, look at this. 9.5 million bid for this rare NFT. 9.5 million. Now you're probably thinking, why is anybody paying this for this thing here? Well, let me show you something here. There's something, some of you may be familiar with something called Pet Rock. It didn't used to be an NFT, but they NFT'd it. In fact, I want you to write inside your notes, everything in the world is going to be NFT'd. Everything. That's what people don't get when they say, I don't like crypto, I don't like NFT. What you don't understand right now is everything you like and have ever liked is going to be NFT'd. Right? So this is called Pet Rock. Okay, some of you know back in the day they had Pet Rock, right? So we can take a rock right? Sold for $1.33 million, this rock. How many of you like this picture of this rock? Would buy $1.33 million. Okay, you pay $1.33 million for this rock. Okay, why is it that these rocks are selling more than 100K each, right? What's the difference between this one and this one? And what's the difference, right? So many different rocks. What's the difference? Okay, why would people pay so much for rocks? Okay, and it's a picture. So what is NFT? NFT stands for non-fungible token. Now, that doesn't explain anything. I remember my first video I watched, it said NFT is non-fungible token. I'm like, thanks, dude. That really helped. Like, it doesn't mean anything. What does that mean? Right? Let me give you my understanding of it now, after being in for a while now, and also launching several NFTs now. Let me give you my understanding of it. Okay? So it's very simple. Okay? It's just a virtual representation of a physical thing. That's all it is. It's a virtual representation of a physical thing. For example, where is a no artwork here, huh? Today we have no artwork here. Okay, if we just take a physical artwork, it's like a virtual representation. Take a photo of it, post it on. Now it's virtual representation of a physical thing. You take a car, take a photo of a car, virtual representation of a physical thing. You take some crystals, some rocks, physical thing, take a photo of it, put it on the virtual space, it becomes a virtual representation of it. That's the beginning of it. But then now people are advancing into the 3D, the 4D, right? People are advancing into the virtual reality of the thing, being able to step in with goggles, the metaverse and things like that. So this is all evolving, but there's still going to be some time before that happens. But anyway, that's not important right now. How does NFT work? NFT works, right, on a blockchain. I know what you're thinking, Linda. Listen, I thought the same thing. I'm like, thanks, dude. That didn't mean anything to me, right? Then I'm like, what's blockchain? What does that mean? Then they say, okay, it's all to do with the smart contract. I'm like, thanks, dude. That really helps. Still don't have a clue what NFT is, right? So what is smart contract? If you look at smart contract just like a receipt, that's all, a proof of payment. Okay? Just look at it like a receipt, a proof of payment. What does this mean? Okay, I'll give you an example. How many of you realize that, we live in a world of social media, right? We've moved into social media. When people can go, they see a Ferrari on the street, take a photo next to a Ferrari, post it on their Facebook, then people are like, dude, is that your new ride? And they're like, yeah. How many of you realize that anybody can kind of do things like that today? How many of you understand there's a lot of people actually doing stuff like that, right? I'm not saying that's for you. I'm just giving you an example, right? But the thing is this, and how many of you realize that there's certain places that you can get not LV, Louis Vuitton, you can get Louis Vuitton. How many of you notice that sometimes you can get the new Adidas sneakers, but sometimes from I mean, this comes from my ancestors and the origin of China, and we're just good at this game. How many of you realize that if you go to China, you can buy Adidas sneakers? How many of you understand what I'm saying here, right? Or Jadidas, yes, anything, right? So, and nobody will ever know really, unless they go feeling your sneakers, touching them up and stuff, which sounds really weird, huh? But otherwise, they will not know. And what NFT does is NFT is a proof that that thing is actually legit. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It's like a certificate, like a receipt. It's a proof that something's legit. Meaning that if one day somebody if you bought that pet rock, $1.9 million, and you said, I got the real pet rock, and then I took a photo of it, posted it on my thing, and said, I got the pet rock, people can immediately see on the contract that your one is fake, that one is the real one. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? Right? So that's the proof of concept. That's a proof. That's the receipt. That's the contract, the smart contracts. Okay? No, but that's as deep as we want to go inside understanding blockchain and contracts. If you're really interested in that stuff, you guys YouTube it. But that's not what today's about. Okay? I want to give you, and I want everybody to write this down. Okay? I want to give you 5 reasons why on earth would anybody pay money for that? How many of you would like to know why? I give you 5 reasons why people would ever buy that, and why you would ever even consider buying it. You know, what benefits are there? Why would anybody buy it? So I'm going to give you 5 reasons why, okay? Number 1, right? I want you to write this down. It's the future. People who can see this. This is what people don't know about NFTs. It's the future. I don't know if you guys realize this. I don't know if you guys realize this. Do you guys know when internet shopping first began, did everyone buy into it? Or was everybody like, oh, be careful, don't put your card details online? What do you think? Were people skeptical, or did people buy into it? People, my mom, right, Liana? People were skeptical. How many of you realize that when there's new things brought into the space, people are always skeptical first? How many of you realize that? Right? When do people stop being skeptical? Let me tell you, the majority of people usually stop being skeptical when their grandma starts doing internet online shopping. When their grandma starts shopping on ASOS, Amazon, and then they're like, oh my God, even grandma's doing that now. I need to learn this stuff. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? That's when the majority stop being skeptical. But let me tell you something. There's no opportunities then. The opportunities are right at the beginning. And this is what I'm going to stress to you guys. I want you guys to think about the second scenario. How many of you realize when social media came about, some people were a bit, are just those people who are, I don't use social media. I'm not that social media type of person. No, Facebook stuff. I don't use that stuff. Technology. No, I'm not the technology person. How many of you know somebody like that or have been somebody like that before? No, Facebook's not for me. Instagram's not for me. This isn't for me. I don't like social media. I don't like anything to do with social media, right? Like that, right? Can anybody be truthful enough, honest enough to admit that once upon a time you said that, but today you use some of those platforms, and you can actually see some of the benefits with communication with people from all around the world, sharing photos, seeing your loved ones, your family, your friends from a long time, connecting, reconnecting. How many of you realize that it's good now? That's interesting, is it not? What does that mean? Once upon a time, you were skeptical. When it's new, you're skeptical because you don't understand it. And then what happens is grandma shows you her Facebook account and says, I'll add you, dear. And you're like, grandma, right? When grandma and grandpa start showing you their TikTok account, you're like, shit, right? Then you're like, okay, I need to do something here because you realize that you've been a Flintstone, even more so than your grandma and grandpa. Understand, this is the way everything is evolving. Now, I want you to understand the second thing is this. How many of you recognize that, right? When Instagram first started, what was it for? Does anybody know when Instagram first started, what was it for? Purely for photography and art, actually. So at the beginning, people will say, that's got nothing to do with me. I'm not a photographer. I'm not an artist. I've got nothing to post. Instagram set out for photography and art. There is a platform, right? Then there are the creators who use the platform, allowing their creativity to unlock. What can you find on Instagram today? Tell me. What can you find on Instagram today? Right? What can you find on Instagram today? Pretty much everything. Selfies, everything. Travel, food. Can you find food? Right? Fashion. Can you find fashion? Makeup. Can you find makeup? Cars. Can you find cars? Sports. Can you find sports? Boxing. Can you find boxing? Pretty much every single niche is now on Instagram. Spirituality, meditation, is that also on Instagram? Every single thing now on Instagram. Does anybody know how YouTube started? What was the first things that were put on YouTube? Does anybody know? Don't videos. You win, okay, Shweta? You win, okay. Gaming. Gamers used to game and then show their gaming. Music, gaming. These were the first things on YouTube. You know that? Then what happened is, that's the platform. It's just a platform. The creators come in and they allow their creativity to unlock. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? Now you can find everything on YouTube. Everything. Anything, something. There will be something for everyone. Then you will come on being the consumer. Isn't that correct? How many of you are a consumer of one of these platforms today? Right? So what I'm presenting to everybody today is, yes, okay, let me tell you something, Linda, listen. Yes, in 5 years' time, your grandma would buy an NFT dog and ask you if you've got your NFT yet or your wallet set up. And then you'll be the Flintstone and realize, oh my God, even grandma's got NFT now, I better get into NFT. And then you will eventually get into NFT where all the creators have already created all and opened up all the niches, and you become the consumer. What is the consumer? The person who either spends their time or spends their money, not the person who benefits making the money or making the time. How many of you are getting some aha moment here? Right? This is what I'm saying. Right now, we are at this beginning phase. So if I dare say, you guys can write this down inside your notepad, that even NFTs do not know what NFTs are right now. What does that mean? NFTs think. Just 1 year ago, NFT thought it was only pixeled cartoon pictures. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? That's what NFT thought it was. Then after that, NFT changed. Because why? It's very simple. If I look at this on OpenSea, OpenSea, by the way, you guys can write this down, those of you who don't know, is basically the marketplace. It's how to buy NFTs from the marketplace. Okay, I know there's other platforms. I'm just talking about OpenSea today. Okay, and please, nobody talk about the gas fees. I know what you're going to say, but it's irrelevant right now because I'm going to explain. Okay. Okay. So now, what does this mean in the NFT space? You will find something like this, which sells. If I go buy now, price low to high, this is the cheapest one right now. This blindfolded ape is now $190,000. Now, I know you guys are looking at this thinking, that is absolute crazy. Who on earth would buy this? Listen, Linda, I'm getting into it. I'm going to explain to you why they would buy this, okay? I'm going to go back. You're thinking, do any people buy? Well, let's have a look. There you go. 44 minutes ago, 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 8 hours ago. Here's all the sales. 190K, 300K, 194K, 194K, 200K, 270K, 200K, 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 180K, 168K, 176K, 151K, 212K, 647K, 12 hours ago. Can you guys see all within a day? These are selling. You guys understand what I'm saying? So it's selling. But this is not the important thing right now. The important thing is to establish that everything in the world will start to evolve in this space. How do I know? Well, let's have a look at this. How many of you have ever been to the races before? Watched horse racing? Has anybody ever watched horse racing before? Is that a whole new niche, yes or no? Let me ask you a question. The people who watch horse racing, are they different to the people who like buying cartoon pictures of apes? Yes or no? Probably different, right? Different demographic, people into horse racing. So what happens? Very simple. Let's have a look at this. If I type here, Zed Run. Now you can buy your own horse. Now you're thinking, why on earth would you buy your own horse? Why would you buy your own horse? Because, watch this, if I go to the website, I can take my horse, I can put it in a stable, I can go for the next races. When I go for the next races, if my horse comes out first, guess what? I get first prize. I get paid money. Now you're thinking, what? Virtual money? Real money? Virtual money that you can translate back into your rupees, your pounds, your dollars, your whatever currency you have. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? So what does that mean? Right? So we have 2 horses that we frequently race as well. Right? We've won a few small prizes, haven't won the big prize yet. Still need to train the horse up. But it's fun. It's fun. Now you're thinking, what's the world coming to? Why don't they just go to see real horses? This is the same conversation that every Flintstone will have. Let me tell you why. How many of you have ever had that conversation before? Maybe back in the day, more so than now, where people chat on social media and then you hear somebody say, or you are guilty of saying, why are you chatting on social media? Why don't you just go meet them? Why don't you go see the person? How many of you have ever heard that question before? How many of you have ever thought that before? Right? What do you think now? Have you realized it's convenient? Virtual space is convenient. I'm not saying don't ever meet people in real. I'm not saying don't ever go to physical races. But now there is a virtual representation of the physical space that you can enjoy at the convenience of sitting at home. You can do both. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Because my question is, well, why didn't you fly in for today's event? Why are you not here? Let me tell you why. You know that if you were sat here, the connection is better, but it's convenient. That's why you're on a Zoom call. You're going to stare at the screen for 3 hours instead of sitting here for 3 hours. You understand what I'm saying? This is the same conversation that you guys will have until you stop becoming a Flintstone. Then you'll realize, hey, wait there a second. That's true. Let me ask you a question. It's giving you unlimited possibilities. Why? Do you realize if you buy a horse, do you realize you need to look after that horse? Do you realize somebody needs to deal with the shit? Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody needs to deal with the horse shit. You understand that? You understand when you buy a virtual horse, there's no horse shit to deal with, right? And I'm so glad the creators of Zed Run did not create virtual horse shit to deal with. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? So there's no virtual horse shit. So think about it. Are you going to buy a real horse? Great. But here's the thing that you're probably missing. You can probably buy a horse for $250. You can run a race and probably win a race and win $500. You could probably not do that in this physical reality, not with that type of money. How many of you are catching what I'm saying here? Right? But guess what? When you buy and sell a horse in the virtual world and you make money, or you buy and you race a horse in the virtual world, and you come back into physical reality, guess what? You've made the money and you directly exchange it back to USD, GBP, whatever you use. And then guess what? Imagine being able to do something in virtual world, make the abundance, take the abundance, and actually buy a real horse to actually go to the races in physical reality. Are you guys catching what I'm saying here? How many of you are getting some aha moments here, getting some ideas float about? NFT is just a concept right now. It's a contract. It's available for all of your creativity. And guess what? That's why I said earlier, and I don't know if this message landed for you guys, everything in future is going to be NFT'd. How do I know that? Well, let me show you, Linda, okay? If we go here, there's something called Decentraland. You can buy this, 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 or this. And you're probably thinking, what is this? It's a piece of land. Now you're like, what? Buy a piece of land. You can buy this piece of land that you can build on. You can build a house on it. Now you're thinking, why on earth would I build a house in a virtual world? Because everything is going virtual. Adidas is going in virtual world. Adidas have their NFT. H&M have their NFT. Right? Gucci has their NFT. They all have the NFT, but right now, think about it. $11,000, you can buy this piece of land. Snoop Dogg just recently bought a piece of land as well in this Decentraland. You can buy, he's going to build a house there. You guys can have a house next to Snoop Dogg in virtual space. Now you're thinking, what does that mean? It means that if you buy the house or buy the land next to Snoop Dogg, it means that when you put your glasses on, guess what? And you go into virtual space, whenever you wake up or go in, you will see Snoop Dogg there and actually have a conversation, just like on social media. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Same with Paris Hilton, that's right. So everything is moving into virtual space that way because it's the future. Now, let me tell you something here. What's not on there? Right? I haven't seen makeup on there. I haven't seen makeup on there. Fashion, kind of, just starting. Nothing really big that I remember right now. Car racing? No, I haven't seen that yet. If there's horse racing, why is there not car racing? How many of you think there may be millions of people in the world who are interested in F1 racing? Sports, haven't seen that yet. I don't know. I've seen some Mike Tyson thing. Mike Tyson launched something, I think. Some boxing thing. Haven't really seen many sports there yet. A lot of things I haven't seen there. Tarot cards, I've seen somebody launch something. Tarot cards, anybody interested in tarot cards? Crystals, I've seen somebody launch something. Spirituality, spiritual NFT. I heard that there was this real amazing guy who come up with something and launched this, like pretty much the best project in the world. I heard there was a dude who did that. He looks a bit Chinese on some days and some days not. All of these things are open now. So what is NFT? NFT is not good, it's not bad. NFT will be a reflection of who you are. You want to put love and positivity in that space, you put it there. You want to put entrepreneurship in that space, you put it there. You want to put dance in that space, you put it there. You want to put singing in that space, you put it there. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? It will evolve, and now is the beginning. People are investing in NFTs because they know it's the future. Let me give you an example. Right now, there are probably only a few 100,000 people who buy and sell NFTs on a monthly basis. A few 100,000 people. In the grand context of things, do you know how many people buy and sell other things on Amazon? There's millions of people. Are you guys catching what I'm saying? What does that mean? Right now, it's still early. Now, what does it mean if it's still early? Well, let me show you. Okay? If it's still early, it means like this. I'm going to show you a project. It's called World of Women. Okay? It's called World of Women. Right now, if I click buy now, the cheapest World of Women is $17,000 for this picture. Now you're probably thinking, but why would anyone pay this for this amount? Because some people can see the future. World of Women, you join this community, there is only maximum 10,000 of these. There's only 10,000 of these images. You join this community, right? And how many of you understand a lot of the time trading, making money, NFTs, cryptocurrency is kind of a little bit alpha male, like a lot of masculine energy comes into that space first. How many of you realize that happens, right? The entrepreneur space, a lot of the male come in first. Well, how many of you realize that eventually more and more women, while more and more population come in, more and more women will also come into the space, right? Just like every other thing, just like social media, just like business, just like anything in the world, same thing. How many of you think when there's more women come into the project, they will more be for the women projects? Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Women empowerment, right? Divine feminine energy, right? So these people will start buying the women projects. And we've already seen that start to happen. Why? Right now, the cheapest one of these images is $17,000. In my opinion, it's still a good price. Why? Let me show you. Because right now we've only got a few 100,000 people in. Because let's have a look. All time. Okay. Look at this. July 2021. How long ago was that? Can anybody tell me? How long ago was that? July 2021. How long ago was that? How many months? Right? 8 months ago. 8 months ago, you can get any picture. An average price was 0.14 ETH. For those who don't know what it means, 0.14 ETH to USD. Let's have a look. 8 months ago, you could have bought any picture for $360. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? 8 months ago, you could have bought any picture for just $360. Imagine if you only bought 10 pictures. Imagine you bought 10 pictures. It means you would have spent $3,600. How much would you have made in the last 8 months if you invested $3,600 back then? How much would you have made? Now the cheapest one, the average price right now is how much? 8.6 ETH, right? 8.6 ETH. 8.6 ETH times 10. Do you realize that if you invested $3,600 8 months ago, you would have $222,000 8 months later? Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? How many of you think, oh my God, if I could turn back time 8 months ago, if I knew what I knew right now, I would be buying 100 of them? How many of you know what I'm talking about? Right? How many of you know what I'm talking about? Right? You'd be buying 100 of them. You wouldn't just be buying 10. You would probably even sell your house to go and buy 100 of them. You guys understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't be buying 10. Because it's gone up crazy amount. That's why I want to show you guys something here, right? Just for context here. We had a project, I'm going to show you. We have a project. It is called Women Unite. Some of you may have heard of it so far, okay? Women Unite. If I look here, I click buy now, okay? I'm not going to talk about the passes right now. This is a silver pass. This is a gold pass. But the cheapest one, buy now from low to high. The cheapest picture here right now is Nitya, okay, from our team. If we click on it, the cheapest picture is $10,000. If 3 people buy, 1, 2, 3, okay, if they buy these, Aditi, $11,600. Angela, $12,600. If these 3 are bought, right, I'm guessing probably in the next few days it's going to be bought. Why? Because we're launching now, so I know it's going to get bought. The cheapest one is already $18,000, Kaina. Can you guys see this? If you can see this, raise your hand nice and high. $18,000. Okay? Now, you guys are probably looking at these photos and think, why are people paying this much for it? I'm explaining, Linda. I'm explaining step by step, okay? Now, so there's only 222 of the images in total plus 2 passes, okay, that you see here. Now, this 18,000, right? Or doesn't matter, 20,000. Or let's say this one at 168,000, okay? Let me tell you something. All of these Once upon a time, only 7 to 8 weeks ago, was how much money? Community members who are part of it, let us know. $62. You could have bought any one of these for $62. Okay. Pedro saying, I want Aditi. Like in person or you want in person or the picture? We will have to arrange differently depending on which one you choose, okay? NFT and person, okay? that service we have not put together yet, okay? So we once I've got a secret to share with you. How many of you know a guy called Man on our team? You guys know a guy called Man? We'll pan over. You see Man? Man, innocent man. Oh, innocent man. Innocent man will probably be the first one. Will probably be the first one to launch the first Gigolo NFT. So Pedro, I'll hook you up with a Man, and maybe he'll sort you out when it launches. Okay, he'll sort you out. Okay. So anyway, okay, let's continue. Right? Don't think about Gigolos right now. Let's come back to NFT. Okay. Now, what we're saying. Once upon a time, these were $62. Right? Okay, where we showed the price activity or just we weren't showed the price activity. Okay, let's see the price activity. Okay, so if I go to activity and I scroll down, right now what's selling is the silver passes. $2,200, $2,200, $2,200. One here, $8,500. Aditi here sold 18 hours ago. Okay, Aditi. So there's one Aditi sold. Okay. This one, another Aditi sold 21 hours ago. Okay, you can see 3.4 ETH. Here you go. You want to see activity, but I'm not going to go through activity because you guys can click on it yourself. Actually, it's just wasting time right now. Okay. If Paulina could stay awake and stay on me, that would be wonderful. Thank you. That'd be wonderful. They are getting dizzy just watching me. Everybody take an inhale, please. Slow exhale. Okay. Now, so my question for you is this. Knowing just the surface level of what you know right now, right? Knowing what you know right now. So there is only one owner. Okay, Elizabeth, let me answer that question first because I think I'm losing some of you, okay? If you click here on this top here, can you see? Does that answer your question? What's the answer? Is there only one owner? Yes or no? No. Emmy's saying, can I put my own pictures? You can put any of your picture. Put up your picture. You can put it all day long. Okay? Put it up, put it up, put it up. Keep putting it up. You can put up any picture. Doesn't matter. You can take a photo of the floor and put it up. That's fine. Anything. Okay? Of course you can. Okay? Somebody saying, we can buy NFT, but how can we withdraw money? So, okay, let me show you. Very quickly. You guys are asking ahead of the game, okay? We're not onto this part yet, but I'm going to show you, okay? So, there is something called MetaMask. No, I'm going to show you something else. There's something called Coinbase. If I go to Coinbase, what I would do here, I link my bank card, and now I can buy something called ETH, okay? I'm going to type it out, ETH, okay? I'm gonna actually break this down for you at the end, but you guys are ahead of the game. So I'm going to buy ETH. After I buy ETH, what do? I transfer it to my MetaMask. This is MetaMask. You see, it says $27,000. With my MetaMask, I can buy an NFT. I can sell an NFT. When I sell an NFT, the money comes in here. Then what can I do? I can send my money to whatever address. Now I send it back to my Coinbase account. It will have an address. Then from my Coinbase, I can swap it back to English pounds. Or you can use a site called Uniswap, for example, okay, that can swap currencies. So on Coinbase, I'll swap back to English pounds. Once English pounds is in my Coinbase, I will send the money, English pounds in my scenario, US dollars for some of you, rupees for some of you. I'll send it back to my bank account. Amanda said, aren't there also NFTs on Solana network? Yes. Hope that answers your question. If you know, why ask? You knew there was, otherwise you wouldn't have asked that question. Okay. Yes, there is. Okay. So well done. Okay. So anyway, you guys are asking a lot of questions ahead of the game. Don't disrupt the flow. Let me go through this, then you guys will understand. Okay. So let's go through this. Number one, it's the future. That's why everything is moving that way. Number two, I'm going to write this. Please, everyone, write this down. Relatable or creative art. Once upon a time, you would buy a piece of art because you could hang it on your wall. Today, things are different. How do we know things are different? Because how many of you see that sometimes people buy things and then they post it on their social media? How many of you see people doing that? It's the same concept, is it not? Why would somebody buy something and post it on the social? Why would you buy a crystal and post it on your social media? Why would you do that? Can anybody tell me? Okay, one reason can be flex. Okay, one reason can be flex. Okay, so I'm going to write here, flex. This is the main word here, number two. Okay, number two, flex. What does that mean? When you flex to people, and by the way, flexing isn't about how much money you got. Do you guys realize that? Flexing isn't about how much money you got. And flexing isn't always about ego. I want you to understand one thing here. Do you not realize human nature is we always look for a sense of belonging? It's not about how much money you got. It's sometimes not even about showing off. Do you realize, yes, somebody who buys a Lamborghini, they can show their Lamborghini. It could be ego, they could be showing off. That's cool. But guess what? Do you think all our tree hugger tribe will be interested in that person posting the Lamborghini? Yes or no? Probably not. We'll be like, show off. But understand something. They don't care what you think. Because they only care what the materialistic people think. That's the tribe they are trying to relate to and have that sense of belonging with. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? It's a community thing. But do you not realize that we all do it, whether unknowingly or knowingly? How many of you ever bought a crystal before and you told one of your friends, I bought this new crystal? How many of you bought a tarot card deck before? You told your friend you bought this tarot card deck. How many of you posted anything on social media before? How many of you showed somebody something before? How many of you, some people came to your house and you showed people this crystal or this tarot card deck or whatever it could be anything. It could be gardening. It could be this new pots and pans that you buy for cooking. It could be anything. But guess what? You only buy it and you only flex it in front of the people that matter to you. Because there's a sense of, hey, we're the same. We have a similar interest. We're one. We're a group of people that have similar mind. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? The whole world is that way. So what is this flex about? Actually, it's the same thing. Number two, flex. It's the same thing, right? It shows the ownership. When you flex a horse, all the horse racing people will be like, wow. When now we've got a spiritual NFT, guess what? All the spiritual people will come in and say, hey, I'm spiritual too. We're all together. You get to find your tribe. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Take an inhale. Slow exhale. Okay? Number three. Okay? This is what we went on to. The flex and the belonging. The sense of belonging. The community. Okay? That's the third reason why. Number four. So flexes obviously show off here. Okay? Number four. What else? For creating wealth. For creating wealth. How can you create wealth? Well, it's actually very simple. Let me tell you how wealth is created. It's just down to two things. It's just down to two things. Okay? How is wealth created? It's down to, what's the word? supply, and that's all it's down to. It's down to supply and demand. As long as there's anything that has supply and demand, there's wealth that can be generated. Everything in the world is the same. If there's supply and there's demand, wealth can be generated. What is gold? There's a supply. Is there a demand? Right? Let me tell you what the thing is. Actually, if you have limited supply and you have high demand, that's where the big wealth is created. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? When you have limited supply and you have huge demand, big demand, that's where the wealth is created. Right? So I'm going to explain to you guys in a moment, how do you create that demand? How do you create that wealth? Because there's multiple ways to do this. Multiple ways. How do you know which one to buy? How do you know whether $250 should be here or there? $1,000 should be here or there? $100,000 should be here or there? How do you know? I'm going to explain that in a moment, okay? The fourth reason is wealth. The fifth reason is utility. What does utility mean in NFT space? It means what you get with the artwork. From now on, I'm going to refer to the artwork as token. So whenever I say token, don't get confused. I'm speaking about the artwork, okay? I'm just going to use some better terminology for this now, okay? Now, when you get a token, so when you buy a piece of artwork, sometimes they will attach the artwork with a utility. For example, you could probably buy an ape and join a yacht club to have yacht parties with millionaires and billionaires. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Let me ask you this question, okay? Let's have a look at this to justify it so we understand how this works. So if we take something like this, Bored Ape Yacht Club, why do people pay so much for this? Well, have a look. There's 10,000 items and 6,000 owners. Let me ask you this question. In the world, are there more than 10,000 people who are interested in living the high life or yacht parties or celebrity world? Or is there more than 10,000 people in the whole wide world that is interested in that type of high life living, type of material, type of thing? Is there? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So is there demand? Yes or no? Is there higher demand than there are tokens? Yes or no? There's higher demand than there are tokens. There's higher demand. The supply is only 10,000, but there's more people who would like to join those prestige yacht parties. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? Is that making sense? Right? So in the same sense, right? In the same sense, if I go and I look at this, for example, we have a project which is called Super Creators. Some of you may have heard of it, okay? So if I go on Super Creators right now, right? Why is it, okay, if I click buy now, why is it, for example, cheapest one right now, $4,000 plus, okay? If I go down a few scrolls, $11,000. Why is it $4,000 or $11,000 people would actually buy this? Why? Why? Okay? Because look, can you see this? What is the supply? Can anybody tell me what the supply is? How many? There's only 2,200. We are a spiritual NFT. Signs from the universe. Astrology, sacred geometry, lotus, chakra, tarot cards, spirit guide, yoga mat. We're a spiritual crowd. Let me ask you this question. There's 2,200 supply. Let me ask you this question. Is there more than 2,200 spiritual people in the world? Yes or no? Yes or no? People who are interested in law of attraction, consciousness, spirituality, tarot reading, signs from the universe, law of attraction, manifestation. Is there more than 2,200 people? Supply and demand. But guess why we've got a real, why have we got a real, right, advantage here? Because we're probably the first one, the first big project to launch a spiritual community in there. Do you guys know what this means? It means the spiritual crowd are probably not even in NFT yet. But eventually, when their grandma comes in, then they all come in. Guess what? You've got millions of people who are like, what's the spiritual NFT then? Then they become the consumer. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Then the original batch of people who are in, obviously the price goes up so much depending on the supply and demand. For how many of you this is starting to make some sense right now? Right? But that's only one type of utility to say that they join a, because for everybody who holds one of our tokens, right, we're opening up a virtual education hub, like university. A virtual university where people come learn about spirituality, learn about development, learn about mindset, learn about success. And they get all of that access for free because when they hold an artwork, they have a token, they have a membership. That's the utility. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? There's many more utilities, but today that's not what we're talking about because you can even produce babies and produce passive income. There's a lot to it, right? But we're not talking about that today. Everybody please inhale and slow exhale. Okay, so these are the 5 reasons why anybody would buy and sell an NFT, or buy and trade an NFT, or buy and keep an NFT. Is this starting to make more sense to everybody here? If it is, give me a hand raise, give me a yes inside the box so I know you guys are on the same page, because we're getting into the mid segment of this event now, okay? Getting into the mid segment, okay? So the next thing I said was, what determines, how many of you would like to know, if you were to invest in any project right now, what are you looking for? How do you create financial freedom? What to look out for in a project? How many of you would like to know? Raise your hand nice and high if you'd like to know. Okay, give me a 1 inside the box if you'd like to know. Okay, so I'm going to break down for you now 5 things that determine a successful, 5 secrets to success in NFT projects. Okay, what to look out for. Please, everyone write this down. I'll tell you what to look out for. Number 1. Okay, number 1. What you want to find is something that is in a mega niche. Something that is in a mega niche. So I'll give you an example. What do I mean by mega niche? I usually talk about this when I teach people how to grow YouTube channel, actually. Right? What is mega niche? Well, let me ask this question. How many of you know that there are such people as stamp collectors? How many of you know there's people who collect stamps in the world? If you had to put a guesstimate on it, how many people do you think collect stamps in the world? Just guess. They'll never be correct, but just guess. What do you think? Collect stamps. Millions? 1 million? Thousands? 10 million? My mum? Okay. That's probably in the million then. Okay. Let's just say million. Let's just say million. Okay. How many of you think that if there was a stamp collection that had only 1,000 stamps, that there will eventually be demand when all the grandmas come in? How many of you know what I'm talking about? Sorry, I'm not calling some of you grandmas who collect stamps, by the way. It's perfectly fine. If you're young and you collect stamps, I respect, dude, okay? Respect, okay? Respect, it's fine. But I'm just saying, right? If it was the grandma crowd that came in, right? Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? That, because there is demand, you know there's a community there, then eventually it'll come in. Like I said before, F1. How many of you know that's a mega niche? sports, boxing, tennis, football. How many of you know these are mega niches? Dance, mega niche. Singing, guitar, musician, mega niche. Rapping, mega niche. Gaming, mega niche. But gaming is already in NFT a lot now. It's already being very, very much dominated. If you see something that is going into a mega niche, meaning, and how can you justify this? You see the same type of topics. Let me tell you something. Cooking, mega niche. Food, eating, mega niche. Traveling, mega niche. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? If you see that some things have been successful on Instagram platforms, something that's been successful in YouTube, it's pretty much established that there's a mega niche there because they have millions of subscribers on YouTube or Instagram. Therefore, it's most likely that these people will eventually come into NFT space because everything is coming into NFT. For how many of you this is making sense? So number one, I would question, okay, is it a mega niche? Right? And if the answer is yes, the next question is it one of the most popular mega niches? I'll give you an example. If we take something like golf, right? If we take something like golf, and then we take another sport, okay? Let's take a sport like give me a, let's take rugby, because I actually don't know what rugby is. I'm trying to think of, I'm not laughing at chess, I'm trying to think of a very, very shitty sport. Let's take that, what's that thing that people play? Croquet? Is that what it's called? Yeah, that thing there. Okay, let's take golf and let's take that thing there. Lacrosse. Let's take lacrosse, right? Which one is a bigger mega niche? I think I answered my question already. Right? Which one is a bigger mega niche? Are you guys understand what I'm saying? So yeah, once you found a mega niche, then you ask yourself the question, which one is the bigger mega niche? The bigger mega niche will dominate first. I'll give you an example. Does anybody know the mega niche that Super Creator NFT is in? What's the mega niche? Who can tell me? Spirituality. Okay, let's take spirituality, right? Let's take spirituality, right? And then let's take something like, okay, let's take our new project, Women Unite. Does anybody know which mega niche we're tapping into? Fashion and photography. And women, okay, women, mega niche, okay. Fashion and photography. You tell me something. Fashion is bigger or spirituality is bigger? Tell me. Which one is bigger? Fashion is bigger. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? So you see there's different levels to this. If you find something that's in a bigger mega niche, you stand a much higher chance, especially if they are one of the first to dominate. Please write that down. If they are one of the first to dominate, because they are recognized as the one in the NFT space. You see, the first one to dominate. I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. How many of you know on YouTube there's a guy called PewDiePie? Do you know PewDiePie has how many subscribers? Does anybody know? There's somebody called PewDiePie. Some people are like, who? He's got 100+ million subscribers, 100 million subscribers. Does anybody know what PewDiePie started in? What did he do? Gaming. Let me ask you this question. Is he the best gamer in the world? Yes or no? No. Okay, let me ask you this question. Is his YouTube videos the best, highest quality out of all the gamers? Yes or no? No. Why is he? Number one in the world when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to gaming. He was the first in. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? You will find a lot of the first in people with a lot less effort, they dominate and they hold that throne, right? They hold that space. And so that's why you want to see which ones are early adopting in the new mega niches. Okay, so that's number one, the first thing to look out for. The second thing, right? You want to look at the artwork. Take a look at the artwork. Is the artwork nice artwork? Do you find that people can relate to it? Do you find that you can relate to it? Do you think there are other people like you who can relate to it? Is the artwork good? Or is it really, 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 really shitty? Okay? There's something to consider, but that's not always the success point. Some artwork are really bad and they're still very good because the utilities are very good. Okay? So that's the second thing to look out for. Number 3, this word here. What's the word? Hype. By the way, I want you to write this down. Any of these singular will not make a successful project. Please note that down. I don't want anyone, oh my God, this one has hype. Master said buy into this. No, 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 no. Any singular point here, you do not buy into just because it's a singular point. The most perfect recipe is when what? How many points are met? When all 5 points are met. Okay? Hype. What does hype mean? Can anybody tell me, what does hype mean? What does hype mean? A lot of eyeballs. Masters are hype man. Reach. Community demand. Being excited. Wow, very literal, huh? Engagement, followers. People behind it. Is there a lot of influencers behind it? Is there a lot of marketing behind it? Are there influential behind it? I'll give you an example. How many of you know of a name called Justin Bieber? Right? Does he have a lot of influence? Yes or no? Is he an influence, a person of influence? Yes? Right? Can he create a lot of hype? Yes or no? Can he create a lot of hype? He can create a lot of hype, a lot of demand. However, so Justin Bieber was in collaboration with a project in NFT space called Inbetweeners. But because they didn't have some of the other things, guess what? It started to dive after the hype. Now, you guys understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Don't just go for hype alone, but hype is important. The backing is important. The eyeballs, the marketing is important. So that's the question for you guys. When you look at a project, does it have a lot of marketing behind it, influences behind it? Is it strong? A lot of eyeballs, a lot of demand. Okay, now we're going to go on point number 4. What else are we looking for? Number 4, we're looking for something with a strong community. Strong community. Okay? I'll give you an example. I'll show you, right? How do you check this actually? It's very simple. Can you see here, there's 2,200 items, yes or no? How many of you can see that? Give me a yes if you can. Okay. Can you see here, there's 830 owners, yes or no? So there's 2,200 of these items. You can see here, it says 2,222 items. If I click buy now, there's 98 for sale. Meaning there is what? 2,100 plus items that is not for sale. If there's 2,100 plus items not for sale, but people bought them, but they're not selling, what does that mean? People believe in the project, diamond hand as we call them. They are holding because they believe in the project. Does this show strength in community, yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Yes? Okay. Look, I give you another example. Our other project, Women Unite. Okay? Women Unite. You see, if I don't click buy now, 224 items for sale right now. If I click what's available to buy now, 30 items for sale. 30 items for sale. There's 2 that is inclusive of the passes, which don't include. So there's actually only 28. Only 28 people willing to sell. This is it. Look, one scroll, finish. So what about if I don't click buy now? What about all these people who own all of these though? Why are they not selling? There's so many of them. Why are they not selling? You see, it goes on and on and on and on. Why are they not selling? Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? So how do you see something strengthen community? You want to look at, please everyone write this down. You want to look at the items to owner ratio, and you want to look at the how many for sale. That's what will tell you whether it's strong or not. Let me ask you a question. If there was 2,000 items and 1,000 was for sale, what does this tell you about the project? That everybody who has one of these is trying to do what? Is trying to quickly get rid of it, quickly get out, meaning the community are not backing the project. They're trying to sell for cheaper and get out. If you buy into a project when everybody's trying to get out, that is the worst combination ever. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You're going to end up losing money in this space instead of making money. If you are going into a project where everybody is believing and not many people are releasing tokens, there's higher demand, therefore the price will go up. Is this making sense for everybody here? And by the way, on that note, can we please give our beautiful, beautiful community across these different pages here a big round of applause for being such a strong, beautiful, wonderful, powerful community all working together in oneness. This is wonderful, wonderful to have you guys here. Amazing, amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because you guys are what make these projects strong. And that's why I'm so excited for the next part, the final part of today's segment. The question is right now, because you guys know, right? I'm going to just finish this part off first, right? The final part is to do with what? The final part is to do with the roadmap, which can be inclusive of the utility. Meaning, if people own your token, own your artwork, what other things do they get? What other added benefits do they get? They join your membership. You are building you're buying some land, building in the metaverse. This is what we're doing, that everyone can come together in one space. That's what we're doing in our projects. Are you guys understanding? Like right now, we have a virtual space. We're all together as one, unity. In the very near future, we'll be able to go into meta space, put goggles on and actually see each other, sit next to each other, chat to each other in the space. Then at the same time, we're also buying a piece of land, physical land, where we can all come together in one place. And this is what is going to be for Women Unite called the, what's it called? The Wu Kingdom. It's going to be called the Wu Kingdom, the Women Unite Kingdom. We're going to actually build a big palace on the land that all of you will get access to be able to hang out there, meet each other there, events there, mastermind there, chill out there, take photos there. Right? Some of you want to stay there, sometimes stay there, right? So this is what we're doing together. There's future utility and future roadmap. So these are the 5 things you want to look at in any successful NFT project. Okay? Now, moving on to the final part of today. Everybody take an inhale, please. Slow exhale. How many of you like the sound of what you've learned so far today? Give me a 2 inside the chat if you like the sound of what you've learned today. That's wonderful. Beautiful. Very good. Okay. There is only one thing. There is only one thing. Remember, once upon a time, there was only 100 plus community members 8 weeks ago only. Listen carefully, Linda. I want you to listen carefully, okay? This is very important. Only 8 weeks ago, there was probably only 60 to 100 community members, not the thousands of people we have right now. Right now, we have how many people on the Discord? 12,000 people? Nearly. Going to hit that probably today, tomorrow, right? Around 12,000 people. 8 weeks ago, this community only consisted of 60 to 100 people. It was non-existent even. The 60 to 100 people decided to come together, unite as one. A spiritual people with beautiful intent to want to make the world a better place, to want to be able to create some abundance in their life, and to be able to help other people create abundance. One vision. So we decided to take some photos and test the space out. Test what NFTs are about. See if it works. As a result of it, people made tens of thousands, 20,000, 30,000, 5,000, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, 27, 30,000, 40,000. You guys seen the results before. They managed to make that in the matter of, can you guys let them know, those of you who made some money then, in the matter of how long? Did it take 8 weeks? Did it take 8 weeks? 1 hour, you see? Cheryl, minutes. Milda, Andre, minutes. Donnie, hours, hours. 2 days, few hours to days. Hours, 72 hours. 3 weeks, 21K. It's unheard of. Because usually for 21K, people usually work 1 whole year, annual salary. Is that not true? How many of you can relate to what I'm saying here? But being able to do that, why? Is it because of the money? You want the paper? Is that why? What is the reason? I don't believe it's because of the money. I believe it's just because you can give yourself a bit of a better life, more comfortable life. You can actually look after the people around you, your loved ones. Then if you have excess of it, I believe we can come together to make the world a better place. When you have conscious spirits coming together with wealth consciousness and actually creating an abundance, guess what? We can change the world. How many of you would like to come to Kenya with me? I'm going in April. I want to bring a group of volunteers. We're going to build our first volunteer center on our land. How many of you want to come? Hands on. But you're going to be in the mud with me. There's going to be cow manure. We're going to be building for the kids, for the orphans, right? For the orphan children. We're going to be building. How many of you are going to come with me? Right? But things like that require money and requires time freedom. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. We have the beautiful community for that. And so I'm super excited for what the future holds. But once upon a time, only 8 weeks ago, all these people here who are saying they made X amount, X amount, X amount, 1 year salary in a few days, all of these people started with, can we remind them again? How much? $62. Then we decided to grow a different project, make a bigger project. So then we had 2,222 tokens. That was the Super Creators launch. We thought, okay, it worked. It worked with our small tester project. Let's do it again. Let's bring more people. Let's help more spiritual people, conscious people. Let's build this conscious wealth. And guess what? Same thing. How much were Super Creators at the beginning, at Mint? Can anybody tell them? $250 they started with. We managed to help another 1,000 people. $250. Even the cheapest, I know recently there's been some paper handlers letting some tokens go for a little bit lower, but even the cheapest token right now is still a few $1,000s. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. How long has Super Creators been? Can anybody say? How long has it been? How long has it been? From 2nd of Feb, around 4 weeks. It's only been 4 weeks. For every $250 has turned into what? $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 in just 4 weeks. How many of you think that's incredible, by the way? Now, there will be a load of you on this call today who are like, man, why did you not tell me 8 weeks ago? I would have happily gave you all my $62 and more. How many of you are in that position? Give me a yes if that's you in that position right now. You think, oh my God, why did you not tell me 8 weeks ago? Right? Well, let me tell you something, Linda. Listen, it's your lucky day. Your manifestation, talk about instant manifestation, has came true. We are here now with our biggest project yet, with our biggest launch yet. And this time, the goal is not to help 200 people, it's not to help 1,000 people. This time, the goal is to help 4,000 to 5,000 people. Because we've proven it worked once, it worked twice, we're going to do it again. How many of you want to be part of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000? Everybody here needs to get in that sense. How many of you want to be part of, selected for the new rocket ship, the new launch that is going to happen on the 28th of this month? We're not long away, Linda, very close. We're only 20 days away from potentially being able to change your whole financial landscape, from being able to change your personal life, from being able to change your loved ones' lives. How many of you want to know how to become a part of it? Raise your hand nice and high if you want to know how to become a part of it. Give me a me inside the chat if you want to know how to become a part of it. And if there's enough people, I'm going to break it down for you guys, okay? Just to finish off, break it down for you guys, what to do. Very good, very good. Thank you. Okay, listen carefully. This is the final part, last stretch. You guys are winners running through the finish line. Okay, let me explain. When it comes to NFTs, you need to understand in the growth of things, there are a few phases. In fact, I want to highlight 5 phases in total. There's 5 phases in total in NFT space. Everyone draw this down. Number one, the first phase is called the mint phase. That is where you are here, and usually what happens is this. What does that mean? It shoots up. I give you an example. Okay, I'll give you an example. For this 10,000 collection launch on the 28th of this month, most likely, not yet confirmed yet, we're going to confirm soon, most likely the mint price will be 0.33 ETH. Can anybody tell me roughly how much that is? Okay, so note this is not fully confirmed yet. Right? It could be lower. We're still to determine. Okay, the mint cost of any of these tokens will be $1,000. Now you're probably thinking, why is it 1,000 and why is it no longer 250? This is going to first determine the first high value NFT project, meaning if you look at all NFT projects, it's usually just computer generated, churned out images. Right? Is it around 750? Is it? Why some people give me 1,000? Which one is it? Ibrahim is asking for discount. Let me ask you a question. Let's not talk about 1,000. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Before you ask for discount, let me ask you a question. Okay. Let's say, for example, Okay, how many of you have ever worked in a job before, or you work in a job? How many of you have some sort of monthly salary or annual salary? Okay, now let me ask you a question. If I ask you and I say, can you give me a discount? I want to pay less for you. What is your answer? Yes or no? Your answer is yes or no. If you say, I want $1,000 a month, I say, can I have a discount? Can you do for 500 a month? What is your answer? Most likely no. Okay. Ibrahim said yes. Ibrahim, come over here. Work for me for free. I got a question for Ibrahim. Ibrahim, do you like to contribute? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no, Ibrahim. I'm going to try to trick you like other people try to trick me all the time. Huh? Ibrahim, do you like to contribute? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, he gave me a yes. Okay, Ibrahim, my second question. Can you come contribute to our organization? Come work for free, yes or no? First one was this, second one, you're giving me different language. I think that answers your question. So I want you guys to understand something. Thank you. Can we give him a hand, please? Give him a hand. Okay. Can I explain something to you guys? Okay. I want you guys to understand something here. Right. When you invest in anything, I want you guys. I want to nurture, teach, educate our conscious crowd to understand something. I want you to write this down. Nothing is expensive. And why am I getting you to write this down and program in your mind? Because people usually see a price tag and say that's expensive. Let me ask you a question. 100K, is that expensive? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something here, okay? It's called cyberkongs. I don't want the babies. The babies can't do anything. They don't make money. I want to kick the Genesis, the adults, the bigger. The cheapest cyberkong right now, click buy now, price low to high. Cheapest cyberkong is $200,000. $200,000. Let me ask you this question. For this image, is it expensive? Yes or no? I'm testing you. Is it expensive? Yes or no? Your question right now should be, what is the benefit? Let me tell you what the benefit of a cyberkong is, right? I don't know what the numbers is currently now. 1 year ago when I looked at cyberkong, I seen the stat. You make 400K a year passive income. Every month you get paid. 400K a year by holding a cyberkong. Tell me, is a cyberkong expensive? 200K. 6 months you get the money back just by holding the kong. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? 1 year you already make profit, 200K profit. Second year you make full 400K profit. Every year you make 400K profit for 10 years. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? Is 200K expensive? 200K is not expensive. You see, my mentor used to say to me, people who pay more attention. What you appreciate, appreciates. What you value is higher value. He said, if you invest money out, is money energy, yes or no? Is money energy, yes or no? More money out, more energy out, more money can come in. It's the same, it's energy, giving and receiving. More love, more love. More money, more money. There's no such thing as a billionaire who didn't invest any money. But let me ask you a question, because I see Amber says, I only have $3.33 in my account. That's divine. That's divine, Amber. You should be happy days. $3.33. How divine. You should thank the universe. Right? And I want you guys to understand something, right? 4 kids and just got, what was that? Right. I have $3.33 in my account with 4 kids and just got disconnected. Notice from my gas on the 18th. It's just that until a miracle, which I take this as, happens, I would be able to do any of this. Lol, that is perspective. It's all perspective. When I first started my first business was £460,000. I had £3,000 in my bank account. What did I do? Take a guess. Rob a bank? What do you think I did? I took bank loans, business loans, swiped credit cards. It's leverage. Spiritual people usually don't learn about wealth consciousness. If you look at the most wealthiest people, they say success leaves clues. They find the money to work it. Because let me ask you this question. Take Women Unite. Right now, cheapest one. Cheapest Women Unite right now is $10,000. Is it? Around $10,000? Cheapest Women Unite right now is $10,000. Do you want to pay $1,000? Yes or no? How many of you would buy one for $1,000? Right? I got a dilemma for you though. Nobody's going to sell you that for $1,000. They can sell for $10,000. Why on earth would they sell for you for $1,000? Right? You want to buy for $1,000, but they don't want to sell it. That's what I'm saying. Now, fast forward on the 28th of this month, you get to get a Women Unite for $1,000. You want it or not? You want it or not? Good deal or not? Right? You don't have to. You don't have to. You can buy other things. You could buy a panda for $20 if you want. I don't know who the panda belongs to, but you go buy it. I don't know how much it's going to be worth. I know we've got the strong community. I know we got the pricing. I know we got the leverage of the original collection. I know it's been working for us for the past couple of months. That's what I know. You guys understand what I'm saying? Right? But I want you guys to understand something here, right? This mint price will be for the public. But I don't want you guys to be the public. If you become in the private, in the inner circle, which means you will need to become a token holder. I want you to write that down, TH. You will be able to mint one at only 0.11 ETH, which equates to roughly how much? Around $270? Is that right? Around $270. How many think that's pretty cool? Being able to get one for $270, right? But you got to be a token holder to be able to do that. I'm going to explain exactly what I mean in a moment. Okay, just hold your panties, keep your panties on. We're getting there. Okay, one step at a time. Everybody, inhale, please. So exhale. First phase is called the mint phase. When the mint phase, it means you're buying pre-launch. You're buying before the launch. So what does that mean? You guys who are token holders or will be able to get this and start minting on the 27th, not the 28th. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? 28th is public launch. So usually pre-launch is called the mint. That's what it's called, the mint. Usually it will shoot up. Usually it shoots up anywhere from 5 times to maybe even 20 times. 5x to 20x. I want you guys to write that down. Let's not just talk about this. Let's give an example. Women Unite was at $62 pre-launch. $62 instantly turned into, within hours, turned into how much? I forget now. $4,000? $5,000? $6,000. There you go. $6,000. How many X is that? For everybody who came into this event, I want to get my X back. Now you know which X you've manifested instead. You weren't clear enough. Now you're manifesting the 10X, 100X, 1000X. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? From track history, that's what we've been able to produce. Think about this. Super Creator. Super Creator started on $250. Same price. Within minutes, it became how much? 2 ETH, 3 ETH was how much? Roughly how much? From $250, it became 6K again. Within minutes. How many of you think that'll be pretty cool? Within minutes, being able to drive it up here, right? Within hours, being able to drive it up here. right? So that is what will happen. But to be able to do that, you have to be able to get in on the mint. If you don't get in on the mint, you won't have that opportunity. You have to get in on the mint, okay? Now, so make that your goal. Everybody write this down. I must get into the mint. You have 20 days to get yourself into the mint. And I'm going to explain to you how to do it in a moment, okay? Now, after that part, what's the second phase? Second phase is called the secondary market. Number 2, secondary market. Second phase is called the secondary market. What does that mean? After you've bought it pre-launch, it launches, and then you've now got your token, and then now you can launch it on OpenSea. You can sell it on OpenSea. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? OpenSea is the secondary platform. It's a secondary marketplace. Now, when you launch it on there, then people will still buy. Why? Usually, if it's enough hype on the project, right? What will usually happen here, probably maybe around 2x, sometimes maybe 3x will happen on this second phase here. So some people will be like, what if I don't get on the mint? What if I'm not a token holder? What if I don't get on the mint? No problem. As soon as it gets on OpenSea, you're going to buy it straight away while the price is still cheap. You guys get what I'm saying? So you can buy in on there if there's enough hype. So how will we know if there's enough hype? Actually, it's very simple. Right now, we have 11,000 people on our Discord, and we've just begun the marketing campaign today. We're on 12,000 people. We've got 20 days from now to blow it up with influencers we've got lined up, marketing campaigns we've got lined up, Forbes magazine we're going to be featured in, we've got lined up, influencers, all of these things we'll start be posting. A lot of you, how many of you are here because I've been sharing with you guys all of this on YouTube? Raise your hand nice and high if you've been, give me a YT inside the chat if you've found this group from YouTube. What have I been doing? For the past 3 days, I've been pushing. I've got 1.62 million people following on YouTube. So our goal is very simple. Our goal is to get 50,000 to 150,000. 50,000 to 150,000 inside the Discord by the 28th. And how many people can possibly buy and be part of this project? Can anybody guess? Not really 10,000, because actually, because one person can mint 2 tokens. There's 10,000 tokens, meaning probably maximum 5,000, I'm guessing. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Now you tell me one thing. If we have 12,000 people now, and we continue to push, I'm pushing every single day on my YouTube, plus the external marketing and everything like that, all the influencers is pushing now, starting from today. When there's more demand than there is supply, there's only 10,000 tokens, there's only 5,000 people who will ever get it. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? So that's how we know the numbers will match up. So when the numbers match up, you can still 2 to 3x here, because all the people who didn't get on the mint will try to get one here. So that's where you trade and you start earning money. Okay, so that can happen here. Okay, that's in the second phase. What is the third phase? Third phase, I'm going to draw in red. Why? Because usually it goes down a little bit. Okay, third phase is called the reveal phase. So what happens is when you first buy a token, let me show you what it's going to look like. Okay, just to give you an example. When you first buy a token, it may look something like this. If I click on the project, you'll see. They all look the same. But this isn't what I've bought, because it hasn't revealed which artwork I've got yet. When it reveals, it will show which actual character I got, which one of these I got. Usually the reveal happens around the 3rd day or the 5th day. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Usually. Sometimes it differs. Ours is most likely going to happen on the 3rd day, just to let you guys know, heads up. Okay? Now, usually on reveal, the price may go down a little bit, except on our project, it's never really done that before. On our project, on reveal, it rocketed. It went even higher. Okay? So I want to be conservative for you guys because I don't want you guys to have too high expectations. So it may come down a little bit, but that's okay. It's normal. That is called the reveal stage. Why does it come down? Because some people may have rarer tokens, some people may have not as rare tokens, and the people who have not as rare tokens may freak out. So they may sell for cheaper. That's why it usually happens. Okay? Now, again, bear in mind, for us, it didn't happen last time. For this time, I think it probably won't happen too. Why? Because I believe in all of you. We have a very strong community. We have a very strong community. Then after reveal, what is the 4th phase? The 4th phase is called the consolidation phase. Okay, 4th phase, consolidation phase. And what is the consolidation phase? That is when you allow the market to trade and allow the market to figure out how much they really value the project at and how much they will buy and sell it for. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Usually consolidation can happen anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. This is usually a temperamental stage to buy into. You don't know if it's going to go up or go down. And then what do you have? You have the final phase. Phase number 5. Phase number 5 will determine. It will either go up or go down from here. What will determine this? Let me tell you something. This will be determined by the roadmap and the community. Whether they are strong enough, whether they believe in the roadmap, whether they value the roadmap, whether it goes up or down. So bear in mind this. There's 3 places in any project I would ever recommend anybody look at if it fits all the criteria that I said before. If you ever get in on a mint, on a hype project, you have hit jackpot. It's like winning the lottery. Why? Well, it's very simple. Even right now, there's 12,000 people on a Discord. We can only give the whitelist to 4,000 plus people. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Never mind when we get to 50K or 100K or 150K people. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? So even right now, if you manage to get on the whitelist for the minting, you've already hit jackpot. Right? So if you ever get on mint, usually in outside projects, fat chance. For all NFT traders out there, you guys let them know. What percentage of times will you be able to get on a whitelist for a hype project? How many times? Out of 10, how many times could you get on a whitelist if you tried? 1, maybe 2, 1, 0. You guys have a look. Most of the time, you never get on a whitelist. But that's the difference in our project. Why? The reason why this usually happens is because usually the whitelist goes out to the whole public. Our project is different is because I want the whitelist to go to our conscious community only. Meaning only you guys. Because it's the biggest beneficiary here. Why? Because I have one simple mission, is to bring wealth consciousness into conscious people, spiritual people, is to bring consciousness into all the materialistic people, to bridge the gap. And I believe we can do this together. If I am able to help you through this process, I believe we together will be able to help so many more people in the world. So that's why in this project, I want to highlight exactly for you, in no NFT project will you ever be able to meet on a Zoom call like this where somebody will tell you how to get on the whitelist. Instead, they will just tell you to invite 50 people to the Discord and hopefully you win the raffle. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? That's what usually happens. So there's one phase, you've hit jackpot if you manage to get in on the mint. If you miss the mint, no problem. If it's a good hype project, there's a lot of people behind it, as soon as it reaches the marketplace, go buy one. Go buy one. When you go buy one, you can sell it. I give you a very simple example. I did one the other day. I give you an example. I don't recommend now being a good time to buy this anymore, but the other day it was pretty good. I'm going to show you. How many of you know whose project this one is? This one here. How many of you know this one? Tai Lopez, you can see? An influencer, YouTube influencer. Okay? I bought 2 of these. I want to show you something. Does anybody know what the mint price was? I minted both of them. At 1.12. 0.12 ETH. How much was that? Can anybody tell me? How much is 0.12 ETH in dollars? How much? 0.12. Around $300? Okay, I paid $300. I bought 2. I'll show you my activity in my account. Can you see? I sold one. In 19 hours ago, I sold one. $999. It's not huge money, but I still 3x my money. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? I took $300, turned it into, I took $300, bought it 2 days ago, and turned it into 3 times as much in a couple of days. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? That's what can happen. In Mint, you can buy one. Here, you could potentially get 3x gains you could possibly get here. Right? 2 to 3x gains you could get here. When it's getting towards reveal time, I don't recommend buying just before reveal. Usually. I don't know about our project because our project went up last time it revealed. Okay? But usually you wouldn't buy before reveal because usually it comes down a little bit. I wouldn't usually buy in the first 2 weeks or months here. I would probably buy a couple of months after. So it's consolidated. I'm pretty certain it's a good project. And then I go in at that point. You guys understand what I'm saying? So there's 3 points I want you guys to take down. Mint, you've hit jackpot. First arrival on secondary market. When it reaches OpenSea on 28th, can buy then, nice and early. And then after that would probably be after consolidation phase in a few months' time. But you will never really get the same 20, 30x as the mint. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? You'll never really get that. You can get 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x maybe, but not really that again. So to finish this off, my final question is, how many of you want to be part and want to be selected, want to be nominated to be a part of the 4,000 plus people who will get the opportunity to get in on the mint? Give me a me inside the chat if that's you. Okay, there's a lot of me's. Probably more than 4,000 of you me's. Okay, so I can't promise that every one of you will get in, but I'm going to give you the easiest way right now. Okay, so if we stop the chat for one moment, team, so we're finishing off now. We're on 777, divine number. Oh, 776 there just dropped. Okay, 777 on this call. Right. So now here, I've stopped the chat. I've stopped the chat. Okay, if you guys can see this, what's inside the chat? How do you get an opportunity to get on the whitelist? I want you to follow the Women Unite Instagram page here. And some of you will say, Master, but I don't have Instagram. My question to you is opening up an Instagram, setting up an Instagram worth 30x? Is it worth your time? Yes or no? How many of you think yes, even if you don't have an Instagram, right? Some people, I don't like Instagram. It doesn't matter. My question to you is, do you like 30x? Okay. Next one, follow the Women Unite Twitter here. That's his first 2 actions. And the third one is to join the Discord there. That's your first actions you must take. If you're not doing any of these 3 actions, there is no chance that you will be on the whitelist. No chance, because these are 3 minimal actions. Okay, man, is this final link ready? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, man will give you the final link. This is the official public link. Okay, this is the final link. Once you followed those 3 channels, joined the Discord, followed the Twitter, followed the Instagram, this is the final link. Please save all the links in your notes so you can refer back to them if need be later. That is the giveaway link. There are specific 600 whitelist spots that we're giving away here, some gold throne passes, some OC tokens. We're actually giving away cash. How many of you, was there anybody on this call said, I would like to buy more of these, but actually I don't have the cash? Anybody like that? Well, let me tell you something. It's your lucky day. We're giving away to 5 people who's going to take these actions 1 ETH of cash. Do you know how much 1 ETH is? Around $2,700. We're going to send it straight to your MetaMask account. And all you do, if you want to enter into this giveaway, is when you click on the link, the last link that you see, and you take the actions that it tells you, then you will go into, depends on how many points you get, right? You retweet things, you share things, you invite people to the Discord. Depends on how many points you get. The more points you get, the more raffles you get, the more likely you will win these prizes. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? There's around, how much? The team showed me before. There's $235,000 of prizes we're giving away in the coming 2 weeks. How many of you want to be a winner? Then I highly suggest, whether you're in the whitelist or not in the whitelist, or have a token, don't have a token, new to this, old to this, I would probably enter anyway, because why would you not enter a giveaway? Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Okay. So there are 2 options I want to bring your attention to. The 2 options are, number 1, you be part of the giveaway and you win the giveaway. Is it guaranteed that you will be one who wins the giveaway? Is it guaranteed, yes or no? No. What is the reason that it's not guaranteed? Can anybody tell me? It's not that I don't want to guarantee it. I wish that I could give it to the whole wide world. You get what I'm saying? Why is the reason that it's not guaranteed? Because it's limited. There's only 10,000 tokens and 4,000 plus owners. Does this make sense? So that is not guaranteed. How many of you would like a guaranteed allocation to a whitelist spot? This is the second option. How many of you would like, type me if you would like a guaranteed opportunity for a whitelist spot? Okay, let me explain. Let me explain, okay? All token holders. Now, some of you think, what does that mean? Token holders means if you hold a silver throne pass. I'm going to show you guys all these things in a moment. Silver throne pass, so you can write that down. Or if you hold a gold throne pass, you can write that down. Okay? Or you hold an original collection, an OC token. Or if you hold a super creator token. Or if you hold a 108 token. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you hold any of the 5, how many of you hold something of the 5? Type in the letter that corresponds to what you're holding. Type inside the chat now so everybody can see. Here's your flex time. 108 SE, 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 G, SE, 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 SES, SP, SC, what's SP? Specific person, manifesting. 108, 108, SC, 1008, 108. Some people, okay.
I found this on the web for what is 108. Check it out.
Thank you, Siri, but I don't need you right now. Thank you. Appreciate you. Namaste. Love and prayers. Thank you. Okay. So you guys have these tokens. Okay. Now, so what's the good news for all token holders? For all token holders, listen, Linda. You need to, from today, only invite 3 people to the Discord, 3 new people to the Discord. There is a tracker inside our Discord that will show how many people you've invited using your invite link. Only 3 from today. If you do more, thank you for helping the whole community and all rise together. Right? By all means, please push to more people. But if you minimal invite 3 people to the Discord and you're a token holder, you have a guaranteed whitelist allocation. Is that pretty cool? Guaranteed whitelist. Okay? Guaranteed whitelist. Now, some of you will have different questions. Where do I find the link for the invite? You need to go in the Discord. Ask in the Discord. Somebody will be able to help you. Most likely a girl called Emily. Okay? We'll be able to help you. A lot of leaders in there will be able to help you. Okay? Now, I want to show you guys something. Because some of you will ask, what are these things? If you do not, how many of you do not have any of the tokens that I just mentioned? You are currently a 0 token owner. Okay, type me inside the box. Okay, a lot of you. A lot of you, a lot of you, a lot of you, a lot of you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Okay, so how do you get the tokens? This is the final part. We're going to finish off now. Okay, let me show you, Linda, very quickly. Okay, if I come in here, you have options. Actually, I'm going to show this option last. Okay, I'm going to show the other options first. If I type Super Creators here, it will show Super Creators by IAC. Make sure you don't click on any of these fake ones. It's the one that says 2,222 items. Okay, make sure you click on that one. You will click Buy Now. And on here, now price is low to high. You could potentially buy the lowest one, which is only, oh, that's gone now, not available. Sorry, that one's not available anymore. This one, oh, not available. Oh, both sold an hour ago. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you can no longer get that cheapest one, but you can get the next cheapest one, okay? Which is this one now, okay? Why is that OpenSea not updating, huh? Still says floor price 1.68. Anyway, okay. So the cheapest one right now is 2.4 ETH. Let's click on this one. $6,000. Now, some of you will question, why buy a super creator or why not buy a different token? Well, if you buy one of these, obviously you get immediate whitelist because you're part of the community, you're a token holder. But this one, if you go into properties, you will find this one's a female. If you buy a female and a male, this one's a male. Okay, you see male. Okay, where's male? Male, gender, male. So that's $12,000 in total. You'll probably be thinking, why would I spend $12,000? Okay, because it's not just to get on this whitelist spot. Although it could be a case that by getting on this whitelist spot, you make more than $12,000, right? That's just a bonus. But super creators can make babies. I want you to write that down. That is the biggest highlight of this. And let me tell you one thing, super creators' price will for sure go up. How do I know that? Is because we're just about to load up our Discord. And when there's volume and limited tokens, when there's only 100 for sale right now, all the cheap ones will get bought up. Even while we spoke, you pretty much just lost $1,000, $2,000 because you could have got that one. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? It's going up, you see? So I know the more volume, it will go up. But why is the benefit of getting a male and female? Let me ask this question. How many of you on this Discord right now, on this Zoom call right now, you are currently holding a couple, a male and female? Give me a me inside the box if you're holding a couple. Okay. What does it mean? It means on the 5th of May, they will be able to take the couple. Okay? The male, okay? And the female, okay? And they will be able to bring the male. Oh, why is Ingrid here again? Okay. And then they'll be able to bring the female onto our website, select male, select female, and fuse them together. Right? Or some of you may call it fucking. Okay? But I like to be more elegant about this, so I call it fusing. 2 tokens fusing. When the 2 tokens fuse, will pop out a baby. Then you will take the baby if you wish, and you will put it on the marketplace to sell, potentially for $5,000, $10,000. Now you guys will be like, this sounds really weird. Is this what happens in NFT space? Yes. Never has there been a time where you've been so excited to churn out babies like there's no tomorrow. Why? Because as a super creator token holder, every month you can create a baby. I don't know if you guys understand what that means, Linda. It means if you sell the baby for only $5,000 each month, which is what a super creator token is minimal at, $6,000, it means that you get $6,000 every single month passive income. How many of you can recognize if you can do that, potentially you don't even need a job anymore? I mean, some of you love your job, great, do it as a hobby. How many of you know what I'm talking about there? Right? You can do what you want whenever you want with whoever you want. That's from one couple, potentially $6,000, $10,000 a month. But let me ask this question, Linda. How many of you on this call have multiple couples? Right? I see Maria's hand. Some of you have multiple couples. So you guys going to be doing a lot of hanky-panky then, huh? This is what I'm saying. It's beautiful, beautiful. So Super Creators Token, why is that more than the other tokens? That's why, okay? So that's the first one, Super Creator Token. So if you want to consider that one to be a token holder, you can buy one now, buy one later, but it might be more later. Or you can buy 2 now, okay? The cheapest right now, okay? So here, 2.4, 2.4. If you miss these, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are not the next 5 people to buy, if you are the next person to buy, you can buy at $6,000. If you are not the next 5 people to buy, you are paying $7,000. That's another $1,000 again. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? If you're not the next 10 people to buy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you're not the next 10 people to buy, you are paying $8,400. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? The cheapest ones right now are on the floor. Okay, so that's the first token you could potentially get. What's the second token? This is the cheapest token. If you guys are like, Master, I don't care about making babies. I'm not into the hanky-panky like Ingrid, okay? If this is not you, okay, and Master, I don't care about money, okay? If this is not you, that's totally fine. Okay, you can go for our current cheapest token. Our current cheapest token is called you can write this down, 108 Circle. Once again, when you have 108 Circle, don't click on the fake ones. There's a lot of fake ones. Just click on the one that says 3 items and click on the one definitely that says traded 237 and has 473 owners right now. Because you can click buy now, it's called the 1008 token. The cheapest you can get in for just $1,400. Listen, Linda, It means if you buy the $1,400 token, you will be able to mint not at 0.33, but 0.11. You've already saved yourself money here. And it means that you don't need to, hopefully, fingers crossed, legs crossed, toes crossed, hopefully get the prize. You will guarantee yourself a whitelist spot for the rocket that's happening on 28th. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? So if you don't really care about making more money, passive income, making babies, you don't care about this stuff, well, okay, just get yourself one of these. And let's have a look at this, okay? If you are the next one to get one, you can get one for 1,400. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next 6 people will be able to get for 1,400. After that, it will be 1,500, then 1,700. These are the listings that's available. Then 1,900. Okay, that's what's available. So this is your cheapest option to become a token holder. Now you're thinking, but what does it mean to be a token holder of the 108? 108, you will be able to join the spiritual journey. We are currently running a spiritual journey, awakening journey. Virtual Zoom calls with me every day, Zoom calls, yoga, meditation, third eye activation, things like that. Okay, so you will be able to join that and all the satsangs, all the trainings, things like that, spiritual trainings. So that's what you get. That's the utility for holding a 108. Okay. Final thing, Linda, okay, before we finish off. Women Unite. This is probably your biggest, most beneficial token to get right now if you want to be a token holder, okay? And your cheapest entry is probably to get a silver token, okay? Right now, silver token is $5,000. Why is this a very good entry point? Because if you have a silver pass, you get a free token for every single Women Unite launch moving forward. Free. Not 0.11, not 0.33, and not just free. You get a rare token, meaning it's going to be worth way more than just your normal token. It's guaranteed. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? So you get to mint one for free if you have the silver pass. Okay, that's your cheapest entry in the Women Unite. That's why people buy passes. Now, let me ask you this question. How many of you would like a pass because you can do that, would like the first silver Women Unite token, and would like me to run a ridiculous last-minute sale for you on the token? Because I'm currently holding still a batch of these tokens and I can run a last minute sale. Okay, now let me tell you what's going to happen. Listen very carefully. I did this last night at what time, team? What time? Around 8:30 p.m. Tonight, I'm going to do it at 8 p.m. UK time. So it's going to happen in around 2 hours time, just over 2 hours. Listen carefully. I will be live inside the Discord chat in the general chat room. If you go inside Discord, on the left, you scroll to general chat. I will be in the general chat. At 8 p.m. UK time, I will be releasing a batch of tokens. Not 10% discount, not 20% discount, not 30% discount, not 40% discount, but more discount. How many of you like the sound of that? Okay. And let me tell you something. Yesterday, I did a price that I will never do again. Today, I will do a price that I will never do again. So if you miss it today at 8 p.m., you can get tomorrow, but it will not be at today's price because it's unfair because there's people buying at 2 ETH, 2.5 ETH. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's unfair on everybody if I just keep giving it for such low. But I'm doing this for what reason? I'm doing this to get more new people in to join us in the strong community. How many of you want to be one of those people who get in this evening at 8 p.m.? Give me a 1 inside the chat if that's you. So let me give you a few action points to take. Number 1, if you're not in the Discord already, get into the Discord, set your alarm for 8 p.m., be ready, I'll be there. I can't promise that I'll be able to help. There's hundreds of you saying 1, okay? But I can't promise I can help all of you, but I'll help as many as I can. The second thing is you will need to have ETH ready. You will need to purchase some ETH because we cannot take your money. You have to buy straight from OpenSea when I list it for you. So convert your rupees, your US dollars, your pounds into ETH, right? I would recommend that you have a few ETH ready. Well, just whatever you can prepare. You get what I'm saying? Because it depends what offers I do on what tokens tonight. I'm going to decide. I'm going to try and help as many people as I can. I can't promise I can help all 1,000 of you, but I'll help as many people as I can. So you need ETH, right? Will the transaction happen at the same time? Basically, it's very simple. It's like me going on eBay and saying, guys, my MacBook Pro, I'm going to help you. I'm going to list my MacBook Pro now for $100. Okay, guys, 8 p.m. It's there. Boom. Rochelle and Regine grabs it, $100. Do you guys get what I'm saying? I mean, it's just going to happen like that. That's why you got to be ready for it. My mentor used to always share with me and used to always say, success is where preparation meets opportunity. Tonight, I can open up opportunity, but you got to put in the preparation for it. What does that mean? Again, step 1, you must be in the Discord. Set your alarm, get ready, 8 p.m. General chat. Step 2, you got to fund your MetaMask accounts with ETH. If you do not know how to do that, inside the Discord, listen, there is a tutorial video that teaches you how to do that. If still failing that, go inside the Discord immediately. Already, you have 2 hours to figure it out. There's a lot of leaders, a lot of community members that are happy to help. Let me ask this question. Community who have been with us for the last few weeks, how many of you are happy to help in the Discord over the next couple of hours to onboard and help as many people as possible? Give me a me inside the chat. If you are one of those who have been part of the community for a long time now, I'm talking about these few weeks, right? That's the long time. And happy to help, okay? You see all these names? They will all be in the Discord in the next couple of hours. We're all going to work together to help as many of you as possible. So if you have questions, go inside the chat, ask the questions in there. Sometimes when too many people are inside the general chat, the chat goes wild. Let me give you some secrets. Under the general chat, there's something called a tree huggers chat. You can go inside there. It's sometimes a bit slower. Let me give you another secret. If they're still too fast for you, too many people, go inside the other chats. There's so many rooms. Ask the question in a different room. There's a Hindi room as well. There's a Chinese room as well. There's a Spanish room as well. So you can ask in the different rooms. It might be easier for you. Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing there. Women Unite Silver Throne, Women Unite OC Token, and Women Unite Gold Throne Pass. The cheapest Gold Throne Pass is 20K. Probably quite high. Probably not everyone can buy this one, okay? The cheapest OC original collection right now is 4.2 ETH, 10K, okay? What is the difference between any of the OCs, the Silver Pass, and the Throne Pass? I'm just going to finish off with explaining this last part. Everybody take an inhale. Slow exhale. And we are all running through the finish line in style. Exactly 3 hours. Okay, so please everybody note this down. Silver, gold, OC. Why do people buy these passes? When you get a gold pass, you get 1 free. Notice the word free. Mint. Okay, so 1 free token on every, that is the key word. Please everyone write that down. on every future Women Unite launch. I give you an example. Right now, the cheapest Women Unite token is $10,000. If the next one is $10,000 as well, then that means you've already earned $10,000 from having a gold pass. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Minimal. Then every single launch, we've got 3 other launches that's happening this year. You will be able to get the tokens free again every single time. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? So that's what you get for a gold pass. However, here's the key part that makes the value up. Okay? They will be in the top 888 ranking. Top. What does this mean? It's the most rarest of the tokens. Can I finish off by showing you guys our video, our promo video, so you guys can see, get a taster for what it looks like? But you guys are going to have a virtual orgasm. Are you guys ready for that? You might fall off your chair. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys that afterwards, okay? Then you know what it looks like, okay? Top 888 rank. What does this mean? Usually the top ranking can be 10 times more than the cheapest token. So let's take Women Unite right now. The cheapest token is 10K. If you have these ranks, it could potentially be 100K. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Can you now see why people will buy a gold? Because it's guaranteed that you get the rarest tokens, right? So this is what happens. Now let's have a look at what the silver does. The silver is exactly the same. 1 free mint on every future Woo launch. Okay? What is the difference? The difference is top 3,333 rank after the 888. What does this mean? It's still about 3,000 plus rank, okay? Why? It means you could possibly get rank 1,000. You could possibly get rank 900. You could possibly get rank 900, under 1,000, sub 1,000. Usually, anywhere, any projects in these type of ranks will probably be around at least 2 to sometimes 3x the amount of the floor prices. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Around 2 to 3x. So meaning you get the rarest tokens guaranteed for you if you get these ones. If you usually get on a whitelist, you might get rank 10,000. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? So that's why the silver pass. Now here's the real cool part. Okay? The OC token, right? 3x's the above. Meaning, if you have an original collection, bear in mind, there is only 222 of this collection. How many of you hold an OC right now? How many of you hold an OC right now? Type OC in the chat, right? You guys are lucky ones. I mean, we have thousands of people. We have 12,000 people in the Discord and only 222 tokens. That's why we know when limit is there, people will always want the original. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? When you have the second version, people will always want the original. What would happen to the original on the 28th, even before the 28th? What's going to happen to the price of the original? Can you guys tell me? Right? I'm predicting, this is just prediction. I'm predicting that the Women Unite original collection tokens will be worth around 72 ETH. That's my prediction. What does that mean? Probably around 200K per picture. You guys think that's crazy, absurd? I don't think so. Bored Ape has 10,000 photos, 10,000 pictures, and they're all worth. Cheapest one is 200K. We've only got a limit of 200 of these tokens. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? And because of the utility behind it, Only the OC will ever be able to do this. The OC can 3x your silver, 3x your gold. Listen carefully to what I'm saying here. This is the best investment you could potentially make here. If you get a silver and an OC, I'm going to do a quick math for you right now. Let me do a quick math, okay? Let's talk about without the discount, okay? Let's not talk about the discount yet, okay? Let's do a quick math. The cheapest silver pass right now is 1.98. The cheapest silver pass right now is $5K. Okay? If you buy the cheapest OC collection right now is $10K. Okay? OC, 10K. Total equates to 15K investment. You guys think, wow, so expensive. But compared to what? Because let me show you something. Okay? Silver Pass gets one free token of the next collection. One free token of the next collection. One, OC blows it up by 3 times. What does that mean? 1 token, 2 token, 3 token. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? The 3 tokens are not average tokens. They're all sub 3,000, all higher, above 3,000 rank, right? 3,000 plus rank. Can anybody here tell me, right? You get these for free if you have these too. Can anybody here tell me what was the goal we as a community has decided on to list on secondary market when it comes out? 7 ETH, right? Around 5 to 7 ETH. Now you're thinking, yeah, you guys decide to list that, but that doesn't mean anything. You think it doesn't mean anything. We've done this before. Let me ask our community this thing. Those of you who are part of Super Creators, how much did we decide to list Super Creator at on secondary market? 1.11. We minted at 0.11. We decided as a community, we said, guys, let's all list at 1.11 minimal. Can anybody tell me? There you go. Within 24 hours, we were on 2.22 average. We exceeded what our goal was there. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? But irrelevant. Irrelevant. Let's say we don't hit 7. Let's say we hit 5. It doesn't matter. That means this token is worth 5 ETH. That means this token is worth 5 ETH. That means this token is worth 5 ETH. If it was the lowest ranked token, rank 10,000. But it's not. So let's put it back again. 7 ETH, 7 ETH, 7 ETH. What you got there? Can you guys tell me? Right? Cheryl said it was 2.22 in seconds, actually. I think it was actually seconds, right? Ended up going to 3 ETH, right? But let me ask you this question, okay? 777. How much money is that? Can anybody calculate? 21 ETH. 55K. $15,000? 55K. You tell me. I see some of you smiling. How many of you look at that and think that's a pretty good investment? 15K turns into 55K. How many think that's a pretty good investment? But let me tell you something. That's not the deal. That's only for the next launch. Do you not realize that when we launch the next collection in a few months' time, that is going to be called Awakening the Forgotten Warriors? Wonder Woman style. Right? When we film that and get all that shot in LA, you get the same 3 token again for that project. After that, when we do the Beauty Queen collection towards the back end of the year, you get another 3 free tokens. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? This is only one collection. So that's why I'm saying Some of you will look at that and say, why on earth would I invest this? Well, here you go. That's why. Okay. And by the way, is this guaranteed? Not really. But let's say you only make half of that. If you only made half of that, you still turned 15K into 27K. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Let's say everything dropped by half. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This NFT space is amazing. Really is amazing. And I want you guys to understand something. I know we've been speaking money heavy on things because I need you guys to understand the financial aspect of it. But I want you guys to understand the deeper meaning behind what we are doing. We are going into the future of technology and bringing love, consciousness, unity, peace, harmony, service, contribution. We're bringing spirituality into the space, and we're going to be the first group of people to do that. This is how we are positively impacting this space. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? This is the biggest goal of all. The financial gains and things like that, the financial freedom, that's only a side thing, a bonus. As a result of it, we all become free. That's cool. Then let's come together and make the world a better place. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. You see, some people say social media is bad. I think social media is a platform. It's not good or bad. Depends what you're consuming on it. Same thing with internet, same thing with everything, same thing with NFTs. We have a conscious community coming together in love and peace and harmony, coming to show the world what we're about. We're going to shine so bright. We're already shining so bright. We're the first people in there of this kind. Sharing peace, love, and harmony. Are we ready for the virtual orgasm? Yes or no? You better hold on to your chair. We're going to play the video again for you to feel it, get the sound going. Welcome to the launch. Women Unite 10K Assembly. 10K Assemble, guys. It just finished like anti-climax. Who didn't quite get enough? Was there anybody didn't quite get enough? You got one more. How many of you want one more? Didn't quite get enough. It's like, oh, just getting it. Okay, let's get one more. 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 Let's get a different vibe. Different vibe. Okay, let's get one more. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome. Women Unite. Women Unite. The 10K Assemble. The 10K Assemble. Our biggest collection yet. Super, super excited. I believe it just gone out on social media today for the first time. Please do, everybody help share it. Let's get this message to the world. Let's come together. Let's unite. Today, the world we live in has too much separation, too much war, too much hate, too much anger, too much frustration, too much divide. Let's bring our positivity, let's bring our love, let's bring our pure intent out to the world as we combine our energies in positivity and love and harmony. And we allow these blessings and these energies to vibrate on such a beautiful, beautiful level and emanate beyond our physical form to heal the world. Let's continue this journey together. Show the world what we're about, so that people can actually follow the journey and become part and become one with it. So I want to finish off by saying thank you guys very much. I'm going to see you guys probably 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. inside the Discord, chatting away. Get ready, keyboard warriors. It's going to be pretty fast. Be ready. Some of you who need to prepare some things, MetaMask and things like that, what I want to do, I want to keep this call open. And I want who of our leaders are willing for the next 1 hour just to step up on our virtual stage, just to answer some questions. Just give me a hand raise if you are one of the leaders or one of our community members. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Appreciate you. We're going to bring Andrew up here because I know we're going to have a bunch of questions. We still got 635 people on this call only. Anybody else can dedicate the next maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour to answer some of the questions. We got Sneha. Thank you so much, Sneha. Thank you. We got JP here. Thank you so much, JP. Namo Himalaya. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? We'll bring on Maria. Let's bring Maria on here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maria. We got Kaketsu. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. We've got some volunteers that have been part of our community for the past weeks who've been here who could probably answer a lot of your questions. So if you guys have questions, I recommend you do it this way. Type your questions inside the chat, especially all newbies who have all these random questions. Type it inside the chat and these guys will answer it. I'll give them the mic, then they can answer it for you. Okay. We'll try not to bring everyone on stage. It's just too slow because it's too many of you. Okay, so learn as much as you can. My recommendation for everybody is when you're new to something, learn every part of it. Sit here, listen, learn. Even if you don't have questions, learn from other people's answers and questions as well. Okay, so be here, learn about the community, get to know these leaders a little bit better. So when you get into Discord, at least you're not like, I don't know these people, who's speaking? Okay, so get to know these guys a little bit better. Okay, and if there's anybody else who wants to join the virtual stage, part of our tribe for a long time, can just let the team know and they can spotlight you as well. Okay, so I'm going to hand it over to our leaders here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, leaders. And I'm going to see everybody inside the Discord. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let's make a difference in this world. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up today. Namaste. Namo Himalaya. Thank you.